With AI, I remember months ago seeing images where people were trying to get, like, let's say, like, picture of a black family, and that photo was like a black family living in like a slum-like apartment as opposed to, a well-kept home. One photo had like a single mom with a whole bunch of babies all over the place. I think it boils down to training it the proper way, because if we retrain it based on what is already out there, we're going to get the results that we're getting.
For me, the question that it raises, especially for the work we do, is how far back do we have to go as we train AI tools to serve whatever our unique purposes might be? How far do we have to go back into the knowledge base? Do we need to devote more time to feeding it information as opposed to giving it prompts, taking what we need and going away? Do we, as practitioners, have a greater responsibility to add to the knowledge base and to train it?
They love our culture, but they don't love us, right? And we talked about how we, as a digital first agency with that lens, we love the technology, but we're also mindful that as much as we want to use and be innovative as it relates to the technology, we've also got to have the right pilots as it relates to this technology, and the right programmers who have the right cultural lens. So you've got to be culturally fluent if you're going to be directing these tools, programming these
Right.
tools, processing and engineering these tools.
I think we do need to retrain it, because we have been trained to leave out black and brown travelers. And I'm thinking back to a lot of the influencer trips that were happening even pre-COVID, where this conversation was rampant. Big brands were doing these trips, exposing with like CVBs, trying to expose new audiences to certain places for travel, but they were not including Black and Brown influencers on these trips. So then they started to do trips where it was focused only on Black and Brown influencers as opposed to having an inclusive experience. And on some of the trips where it was focused on the multicultural traveler, the experiences that they exposed them to were entirely different than the trips that they did with the Caucasian. So kind of like, to your point, like not only where are we in these photos, but why does it have to be different?